Hello. This is my 14-month update, and as the title suggests, I'm going to be discussing my hair transplant, which cost just over €2,000. I thought it would be easier, for the sake of the video, to just round it to 2,000. I am going for my haircut now, so do stick around in this video to see what my end results look like. I did get my haircut last month, actually by a celebrity barber who they actually run a YouTube channel called Regal Gentlemen. Some of you may know them, and they filmed it, so that will come out in November, which it's a bit of a wait to get the video, but I'll put a picture on of what it looks like, what it looked like straight after, because they've styled it up. So I've never met these people. I went along. You can sign up for a free haircut as long as you're willing to be filmed. I gave him free reign of what to do. He's trimmed the sides and the back so that there's no more like extra long bits. I mean, here it's kind of grown back a bit, that needs to be trimmed today, and then he styled it up. He said, you know what, the hair transplant results look good, show them off. The hairline looks good, so show it off. Now, I personally have never styled my hair up in my life, so it is something I'm still a bit unsure about, and that's why today I was kind of let it go down again. So I can't wait to see the video and see if actually, yes, I should be doing it, because obviously they filmed it on some really good DSLRs as well. So I'm so used to doing something in particular, like styling it one way. I mean, most of the time I literally just let it fall. I mean, the difference between my hair now and obviously before having the transplant is I wake up and it looks like this. I don't have to actually move things to hide where it was receding. Obviously I've still got a really high hairline in comparison to a lot of people, but yeah, it just is so much easier to maintain. So this is 14 months before my haircut, so I'm gonna cut in a second. Do stick around and you'll see what it looks like, nice and trimmed. So I've just had my hair cut, and it probably is a bit shorter than I would have liked, but obviously hair grows, so not had it as short on the sides and the back as pretty much I used to always get, like at least a number 2. I mean, I'm getting older, obviously, as well. I'm 32, so I do think that this length is quite nice. The whole point of this video, really, obviously it's a 14-month update, but as the title is, this is what a €2,000 hair transplant looks like. Now, obviously, some people can't even afford €2,000, so that's an important thing. But it's important to know, in a way, why it's only €2,000. I mean, some of them are even cheaper. Some of these other Turkish clinics are cheaper than where I went, Elite Hair. And the issues that some people have with these types of clinics will always be the same, And the main thing is that it's technician-led. So the technicians performed all of the surgery, from the extraction to obviously implantation. So I had 2,300 grafts at the front and 1,200 grafts on my crown. And yeah, it was all technician-led. Elite Hair do have a doctor, Dr. Balwi. He's the one who designed the actual hairline. That's obviously a huge thing, isn't it? The argument is, are the technicians as skilled as some of these doctors? And is there a gamble involved? I mean, one of the comments that I've had recently is that it's a bit of a lottery as to the results you're going to get. And obviously I've shown off my results. I'll show you the full hairline here, Obviously, there are some doubles on this side here. This side, you can see this freckle here, so you can see the before and after and how much of an improvement the hairline come down. But as you can see, it is a bit thinner here, less dense. So one of the benefits of having the doubles is that it makes it look thicker. I mean, my girlfriend actually says she thinks this side looks better than this side, even though this side really looks more natural. But that's one of the reasons why actually you end up with doubles at some of these Turkish clinics, partly because they want it to look thicker. The other thing with doubles, so when I say doubles, it means 2 or more hairs in each graft, so in each follicle. So sprouting out, like this one here, it's got like 2 in there, hasn't it? So when it's extracted from the back of your head, there obviously is the 2 or more hairs in there. But a hairline shouldn't really have that. So what these doctors and technicians should be doing is obviously dissecting the grafts to make sure that it's singles only. So at the clinic I went to, and at a lot of these Turkish clinics, they're not doing that because obviously it's going to be a lot more time consuming. It's a lot more skill involved. I mean, for me, this is what I said in the last video, you know, you can't really be expecting perfection for €2,000. I guess for me, I've always kind of been a bit more realistic and thought, you know what, even the best of the best out there aren't quite going to replicate Mother's work. You know what I mean? It's never going to look as perfect as you did when you were like 15 or whatever. I mean, the biggest thing for us now as men, you know, naturally social media and different things, but even just watching football, you see someone like Jack Grealish who's got such a perfect head of hair. Like, if you're looking at someone like that and expecting that's what you're going to look like, then you need to get that out of your head, because it's only going to be the best that yours has ever been. Don't forget, this is still your hair. So the way that my hair is quite, you know, wavy, curly or whatever, that's always going to be the case. So you shouldn't be looking at a particular hairstyle thinking that's what I want, so I'm going to have a hair transplant so I can look like that. For me personally, with my hair like this, or, you know, which is what I would naturally style like anyway, no one at all would know that I've had a hair transplant if I didn't do these videos. Even realistically from the back of my head, you know, no one is going to be looking that closely that they spot something, you know. So I think you have got to be realistic. You know, interestingly, when I had my hair cut by Regal Gentlemen and they've literally styled it up, you know, that's, for me, that was a confidence boost in a way, thinking, right, this guy who's an experienced hairdresser thinks that the results are good and that you can show it off. You know, when we're talking about price, €2,000, well, €2,150 to look like this from where I was. For me, a hair transplant at that price, I mean, I can't really speak about the ones lower. There is a channel called Vanity Hair, that guy there, I think he said he only paid €1,200 or €1,300. I mean, his results look good to me. And the point is, his results look good in comparison to what he looked like before. That's, for me, the benchmark. You shouldn't be setting the benchmark being Jack Grealish or someone that you think looks amazing, because you're never going to look like them. So as long as your hairline looks better than it did before, for me, in my opinion, that's a massive, massive benefit and a reason why I personally got the hair transplant performed, you know. I personally don't like the shaved head look. I don't think it suits me personally. Some people it does, of course. I mentioned in my last video, Bald Cafe, check out that channel. It's all about confidence boosters for bald guys, but nothing worse than looking receding, you know. But for me, the cost, you know, that €2,150 is a bargain in comparison to what I've got. I mean, I actually would say the crown alone would be worth that, you know. And considering in the UK, it would have been at least £9,000 for 3,500 grafts from the clinic I went to for a consultation in Manchester. You know, that's a massive saving. And the eagle-eyed viewers, I've actually got Smile Direct. So I'm actually having braces, which cost £1,300. And I mean, I never actually wear my glasses in these videos, but I'm short-sighted, meaning that obviously, you know, I don't need it for this distance, but to watch TV, for driving, I do wear glasses. And let's say I got laser eye surgery, that would be about £3,000, £3,500. My point being that I could literally get my eyes corrected, teeth corrected, and hair corrected for less than some people pay for a hair transplant. So for me, you've got to work out your finances, obviously. You've got to work out what the thing is for you. Of course, if money's no object, would I have gone to Elite Hair? Probably not. But we live in a world where money is an object, of course. You know, that's of course going to impact the decisions you make. Work out your own finances, work out your own priorities. Obviously, this is for life. Like, this is very important. No one should be going into something blind. You need to be doing research and looking up and making sure it's a decision that is right for you, for your future. For me, I definitely don't regret going to this kind of place, and I'm putting the results out there so other people can make their mind up, you know. For me, wanting to show off my results, 14-month update, show you where I'm at. Any questions, do let me know. I will do another update. I'll probably talk about Finasteride a little bit more in my next video, but I'll talk to you guys soon.